We're at Clear Lake Campground, Mount Hood National Forest here in Oregon. Let's go check out the campsites. 16 on this side. Got its driveway, which is nice. So probably the best part of this one is that it's up against the forest. It's the opposite side of Clear Lake. So if you're here particularly for the Clear Lake aspect, that's not what you're looking for, but there's 17, by the way, so that's not great privacy line. So you got 17, and you got 16. So if you just kind of want to be up against an old growth forest, you're less excited about the lake, you just happen to be camping at a lake, then this could be a spot for you. The cool part about this one is you camp here. Look at this forest access. This is basically the edge of the campground. So this forest kind of becomes your domain. Pan around here, look at this. So that I like. If you kind of want to have a old growth forest playground, then 16 is a pretty good site. So I said 17 is right there. So not the best sight lines for privacy, but pretty good for a forest play. If you got little kids and they want to just come out here and kind of play adventure, then 16 could be pretty good. So trying to look at the positive, negative of each site. I would definitely take a site like 16 up against the edge of the forest over one of the fishbowl inner ones that have really nothing going for them. Again, this is the opposite side. The lake is down there. So trying to be creative here with my thinking, you take over 16, 17, or just 16, and then you can go down to the lake with your family and then come up and the kids can play in the forest. That could be good. I could see that being a W. So 16's decent. Here is site 21. You've got your own driveway. I'll point out, got a water pump. That's cool. If you come up here and park your vehicle somewhere in this range. So this is a pretty cool forest, I gotta say. I'm pretty impressed by this. Pretty good lot lines. Like there's a picnic table straight ahead, so you do have those people, but come up here, you got your picnic table, you got a bathroom over there, picnic table over there, but beyond that, look at this forest. This is another one of these like 16. I'd say 21's a lot like 16. You can put your tent up here, kind of shade into the forest as much as you can, no pun intended. Especially you got kids who just kind of want to run around and scream in a forest. Please don't scream, that's mean to the other campers, but you get the idea. Have raucous play in the forest. This could be a beautiful area for that. I can imagine a pretty epic game of National Forest hide and seek. You got a picnic table down there, but that's not the worst lot lines. But you have this whole kind of forest as your dominion. I say, 21's not the worst. Again, you got another picnic table over there and over there. But I do kind of wish this picnic table was a little farther back, but for some reason they put it right next to the parking. I think it would be a more pleasant experience to put that back 30, 40 feet and put it up in the forest, but I guess it's a longer walk with your igloo and stuff. Here is 25. Another outer ring forest, old growth forest play. Got your own little driveway here, and around here, got your bathroom over there. And here's your picnic table and your fire pit. So this is kind of up in the forest a bit. You do have a picnic table right there, straight ahead, so you got somebody over there. But this is up in the forest. Another one of these forest plays. Pretty decent. I kind of like this outer ring for the forest aspect. Here is site 10. This is a pretty decent one. Good parking. Just because of the way it's nestled in here, it's a little farther away. Yeah, you got 9 there, 7, and 8. So I'm not claiming this is the most private campsite in the world, but it's better than 7, 8, and 9. So here's your picnic table, here's your fire pit. It is nice having this canopy between you and 8. Gives you a little bit of privacy. And then see straight ahead, that's the piece de resistance. You have your own private side trail down to Clear Lake. So 10's pretty decent. I'd say so far the first 10 is the best right here. Good spot for your fire pit beneath this massive old growth, probably Douglas fir. And then you've got good canopy for summer as far as shade, hanging out at the picnic table, and then private access to the lake. Obviously the lake shoreline is going to be busy, but you have direct access to it. So 10's pretty good. I gotta say 10's my favorite so far. Here's your little parking. Again, lot lines, you got 9 over there and 8 there and 7 over there. So not a dream site, you know, by itself around a corner, but serviceable. Here's site 11. You got your own driveway. Do have site 12 across the way, but the picnic table is back a bit, so that's good for privacy lines. So this is an outer site, not an inner site. So it's not fishbowled, it's next to your feature, which is Clear Lake straight ahead. Here's your picnic table, here's your fire pit. There's nobody straight ahead. From here, it kind of looks like a campsite, but it is not. There's a community trail on the other side of this forest area, but there's nobody over here. So this is the only one on this particular side of Clear Lake. Of course, you've got your trail, side trail for campsite 11 down to Clear Lake Shoreline, your Piste de Resistance. So I gotta say, this very well might be the best campsite here at Clear Lake Campground, Mount Hood National Forest. And you got your picnic table, you got your fire pit. 12 is up there, recessed away to the point where it's decent privacy lines. I will say this, you see that little infrastructure edifice right there, that is the water pump. So you got the water pump right there. People will be coming to the water pump and they kind of get a straight shot to your campsite. That's a little privacy ding, but considering there's no other campsites really up in your business and that you have your own private access to Clear Lake Shoreline, I gotta say, I think campsite 11 here at Clear Lake Campground, Mount Hood National Forest, this old growth style campground very well may be the best campsite.